Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm not very used to actually being in front of the camera with my face, apart from on live stream, but for YouTube I'm not really used to that. I usually make game videos, like with not my face, so this is a little bit unusual for me. But I'm sure I'll survive. I'm not entirely sure what I'll do with this channel, but my name is Heelsplix, and you can find me on twitch.tv/Heelsplix. What I do there is I play mostly WoW, and I stream raids, and I do a little bit of hardcore play in WoW. However, this time, why is my face on here? Because someone asked me to do a React to video when it comes to Ashes of Creation's latest video about their weather and climate system, which is really exciting. I've been looking forward to watching this video a couple of days now, haven't really gotten around to it, but now finally I have, and I will show you shortly. The request was also for me to do a react to Asmon reacts to. I tried to do it like that, but having both like 3 or 4 people from the podcast talking and then Asmon talking at the same time, it kind of took away from, you know, me seeing it for the first time. I like to really sort of immerse myself and really enjoy stuff, and then I don't want to hear other people's opinions while I'm still trying to shape my own. So I started off like that, and he had made a noise twice, and I went, no, I'm not gonna do this. So what I did is I looked at it myself first, and then I looked at it again through his reaction video, and I've added his reactions to me watching. And you can hear me sometimes respond to that as well while you don't see my lips move, because that's the video footage is from the first time seeing it, and sometimes the sound is from the second time seeing it when also reacting to what Asmon is saying. Not doing that again, but if you have suggestions for any other kinds of movies, or just a reacts to without a reacts to reacts, then let me know and I'll do that. Let's go have a look at Ashes of Creation, Climate and Weather Systems. Let's get going. That's some nice sounding rain. Right off the bat. It's a gorgeous soundtrack.
Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Hello. Thank you.
Update with Ashes of Creation, and today is going to be a
look that
one. I am
tiny.
by
What is it?
3 amazing
Cubs?
artists. Our
Foxes?
lead environment artist, Tristan Snodgrass. Hey, Tristan, how you doing?
Something.
Hello, I'm doing very
They're
well.
cute.
Now, is this your first?
Not cubs because they have long tails.
You've been with us since the beginning. 6
Sorry.
years ago almost.
Listen to Tristan.
Yeah, it's been
Not get distracted by the small puppies.
ever
Cubs.
been on any little
Kittens.
so
Outside of our studio tour, where I think we had one where you were a sriracha bottle for Halloween.
Sriracha bottle.
but yeah, I've been mostly behind the scenes, behind all the cinematics. And the
That's
levels.
right. I think our community often asks where nodes.
Okay, so behind the cinematics, so this is going to be mostly a
I was asking,
cinematics thing, I guess.
like, when's Node 3 coming out? And I'm like, Tristan's back at the studio, and he's editing.
Although I understood that
For that, and I was like,
it was going to be some gameplay as well, which I really hope, because, I mean, you know,
no,
But,
we'll have
you can make cinematics as pretty as you want, really, with all the animation
and then we also one of our
skill that there's out there right now.
artists.
But really, you know,
Hello, everybody. Hello, Steven.
how well does the quality hold once it's actually gameplay footage? So,
It is.
Although you have been doing a lot of work behind the scenes as well, making our world look pretty and performant, and making sure artists have their tools that they need, all the fun stuff.
I'm all over the place in this game.
running back and forth between character, environment, everything. And then we also have
yeah, because I think I heard him in the character creation video, right?
is it Kurowski,
Where,
right?
he was
Yeah.
creating the tools they use to be able to do like these
First time as well.
very local
Yeah.
shape changes of characters.
On the live stream. And this video is all about showcasing what everybody here is going to see here is something I don't recall having ever played a game where this is done. Have you guys ever played a game that has had these features we're about to see?
Not that I can recall. No. I mean, I can't even think of a single player game that does this.
That's what I was trying to think of too. I was trying to think of like a single player game that had done this, and I'm sure our community is going to be like, oh, you know, they had weather here or there, but it's more than weather, right?
Yeah, I think it's been done to a much lesser extent elsewhere. I feel like we pushed the envelope quite a bit here.
Yes.
We have quite a bit of weather in WoW, but that's
Video.
usually not more than just either it's raining or not.
The teaser that kind of goes through and shows the cinematics in the engine, in the game for this area, right? So they already know there's some transitioning here, but it's really more than just a transition. It is actually a dynamic season tech that changes the state of the world across our biomes. And what biome are we in right now?
We are currently in the Riverlands biome, which is one of the primary focuses of Alpha 1.
Alpha 2.
Alpha 2.
Yeah, Alpha 2. Yeah, no, that's right. It's
Alpha 2.
the largest biome in Alpha 2, right?
Correct, and it's going to be where like the main Kalar, Aelin portal exists. So.
Aelin portal.
I'm looking at this snowy, wintry location, and even though we're in the Witherlands, it's weather and river. It's Witherlands. Even though we're in the Riverlands, that is one of the biomes that can experience kind of really traditional.
The way that light falls when you change the camera angle, that's
all 4 seasons.
really pretty.
I mean, this is kind of we decided to take this to the extremes. So extreme weather, you know, everywhere from like harsh, snowy, blizzardy kind of environment feels to lush green landscapes. So
Look at the detail
I had to tackle the hardest part first, which is
on the ground.
very, very different between seasons.
They can't even do this in actual movies.
Beck right now, some of you,
You know, the way snow looks.
but haven't seen it yet in
I mean, most of you know I live in the far north of Sweden.
to experience amazing
So by now I kind of know what snow looks like.
created here. Okay, so
And not even in movies can they do it right. You know, how snow sort of rests on different types of surfaces.
the environment.
Here they're doing it really well.
There's no leaves that are on the trees. There's snow that's piling up on the rocks.
Okay.
The ground. I mean, go over what you have to do,
Yeah, exactly. Snow piling up on the rocks.
like the Riverlands, into a winter season.
Whew. So it's the terrain materials and
Yeah, exactly.
there's many materials.
The
the terrain,
texture of the
you know,
terrain.
snow at a different rate, a different intensity.
Exactly.
There's the assets that all get kind of the same material function that applies snow.
I
to the
really like
tops
that
of them.
lighting. I think that looks
There's
really.
the vertical effect.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Player
God
can
damn.
See? On the bricks of
the
that.
tops
Snow
of
and
rain and any kind of
Okay.
precipitation.
That's
The volume fog that just went away, as we saw as it cleared up. The volumetric cloud in the sky has a material that needs to respond to season changes and weather changes.
yeah.
There's a wind
I guess that's the light fall that I
material
was
that
talking
needs
about.
to respond.
There's a lot of-
Yeah, there's a lot of
Suffice
stuff
to say,
here.
there's a lot of stuff that
Holy
goes
shit.
into changing a region of the world
I bet.
into. Ooh, is that a little bit of thunder?
Oh my god.
Oh, take a moment and just enjoy the view.
Oh, is this okay? So right now we're transitioning into like a storm, as well as the climate. This has been kind of sped up, right, to showcase the different season transitions.
Wow.
Correct. Yes. So right now we're getting some rain, which will usher in springtime, and so you'll see
Holy
all the
shit.
Florida
Look at
on
this.
the ground.
Oh,
Holy fucking
Snow's
shit.
gone.
No snow.
this is unbelievable. And now we've added some additional particle
Oh,
effects.
Look at
wow.
those trees.
They've got butterflies even.
The butterflies,
I love
and the bees
that.
and the insects.
Yep.
And in addition, it's
Wow.
like
That's
all the leaves now
forever
have grown
going to be
on.
my most
There's a
favorite
bunch
thing, I
of
think, in
flowers
this
that are
game.
present. James,
It's
talk to me a little
lit.
bit about
The way
kind
they
of how you're
managed
determining
to
the flowers
play
that
with
are
the
appropriate
light.
for each season.
Lightful.
Yeah. So.
Oh, the
one
little
of hardest
mushrooms.
things for setting this up was essentially making 4 biomes.
wonder if you can pick
in
those up.
One. every season, and we kind of started with Wales as like a reference point.
Okay.
My own
Oh.
country.
Whales. I was thinking
Oh, I thought he
blue
meant actual
whales.
whales.
Yeah.
Wales.
Well, technically, both are
Yeah, I was about to
relevant to
say.
you, Tristan, because
Oh my
not
God.
only are you our
Okay.
lead environment artist, but you also are a very avid professional environment film guy, right? I've seen some of your stuff; is unbelievable.
Yeah. Outside of this kind of stuff, I tend to spend my time filming nature, so it's kind of appropriate.
How often do you give that to the environment team as reference material?
Not often yet, but I'll be visiting Wales next week, so I'll be
Nice.
taking plenty of photos.
This is incredible.
This is no joke. Tristan got right up into the eyeball.
Yeah, I
of
really
this
like the
giant
way this
whale.
looks,
It's
man.
staring
This
right
is
to the
cool.
camera. It was so cool, dude.
That was
Holy
very
fucking
crazy.
shit.
Okay, I've noticed
Yeah.
that the animals have changed. The ambient sound
Yeah.
has changed, and Kat has done an amazing job with the ambience in the Riverlands biome.
Wow.
As I feel like I am here, and not only that, but also
Mhm.
kept it adaptive for the seasonal changes.
Also, you hear this
Yeah. I think we also have
white noise?
bear back in the.
I'm not sure if it's called white noise, but you know, like
We can.
Oh.
We'll see
There's
another
more.
one.
There's more.
every environment has like a
Yeah.
basic
Sorry, I-
background sound,
If you want to continue talking about how.
and that's often missing in games, and it makes a world really weird and fake.
Iterative, like all artists, and
And here it's actually there.
Al, one of our really great environment artists, and myself kind of worked really closely together to try to homogenize everything for the seasons. And I don't know, there's not much else to say. I kind of can see it.
I don't know, dude.
That's true.
Do the
Yeah.
flowers bloom at a particular time of year?
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. All the flowers will,
Look at that.
decay and die in the fall and turn colors, and
God
even
damn.
the animals, like Kieran right there, will shift based on the time of the year.
I love the glow on the.
The little
Karen's
deer
antlers.
looks nice too.
Good job.
Yeah,
on
the-
that,
That's just what Moody's in.
Yeah, like some of the
looks very-
particles about like the hair
it
is like not
actually-
ideal,
We'll see that
but it looks
Kieran
cool.
change
On
in real time
purpose,
later
looking
on.
at the
That's right.
player
So
character.
part of the
Look at that.
relevance of this, not just from a beautiful
They're, like,
aesthetic
following.
perspective
Uh-huh.
here, but what makes it so unique is the dynamic element of these seasons and the
Yeah.
weather systems changing to the behavior actions of the player. Right, so
How's that work?
part of the triggers that can create seasonal change is
Yeah.
not just time related for each of our biomes, but they are also indicated by events that occur on the server, whether that be certain raid bosses forming or a relic being acquired on a
That's
particular
interesting.
node and being activated to change
Okay.
potentially the weather out of a winter state into a spring state. And the reason why a node might have interest in doing that, of course, is because weather and the seasons also affect skills and abilities. They affect crops and gatherables,
Nice.
vehicles and mounts, ships.
Wow! Holy fucking
creatures and
shit!
loot
That's
tables
insane.
change, their
One
behaviors might
one thing is, I
change,
hope they increase the draw
resistances and
distance
weaknesses
or
or-
the
or
ability to increase the draw
synergies
distance into
might
like
be
open
relevant in
fields,
certain-
Think of
so
all
it
the
doesn't
data
look
going
like
into
this
that.
doesn't look like Unreal
Targeting
5, and
might
that
change.
looks like
The
Unreal
AoE
2.
radius might grow
Yeah.
for a fire effect if you're in the middle of
That's
summer.
One thing
Wow.
that's
If you're-
annoying me a little bit is that the grass and flowers that the
there's so much
character is running through is not
system, and that's
reacting to the character running through it.
making sure.
So you could like wait until it's raining or something like that to fight like a dragon. That sounds really cool.
that the environment reflects both at the quality we want and isn't just kind of an afterthought weather system, because a lot of games that I've played,
Doesn't
you
make
get
sound
just
either.
the visual effects kind of playing and you get some rain or you get some snow.
Yeah.
But what we've seen here in
But I
that
mean, that's
transition
probably
from
not what
winter
they were working on for this.
to spring
They were just,
was significant,
you know,
and it persists.
working on the
and each of these
overall
zones exist in these different states at different times
climate and
across
weather
different
stuff.
servers. I saw those birds just fly by, and it's
Right, yeah, sure.
like, what was that?
This is
Didn't
great.
expect that.
That can happen.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely
Holy
one of the
shit,
more
man.
traditional weather biomes, I guess you could say, in terms of seasons. But we will be taking things a little weird with some of the other biomes.
I do love this kind of
Yeah, I think there's
nature and climate and weather, though.
Oh, I see.
Oh, we're going. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And the little dust devil. Oh, that looks great.
Where are those leaves coming from, though? That's a bit odd.
Oh, I love it. Wow, look at the
Because there wasn't a tree standing right here.
the part about everything is just the colors.
That's a little bit odd,
color change.
actually.
But I think we pulled it off.
That is
I
amazing.
think,
The color change is really nice.
yeah,
I got distracted by the leaves.
we showed
Going, where are they coming? They look like oak leaves, and I didn't see any oaks.
Yeah, I mean, that right there, like if you just cut and just like look at that frame, this looks very, very good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, like this looks extremely, really, really, really fucking good. Like, amazing good.
Oh, I think
here you're
we're
gonna
changing.
see it.
Yeah, it looks like cinematic.
It's
Okay.
shipped in the fall.
Oh, I see
Level.
leaves starting to spawn. Oh my gosh. And the little dust devil. Oh, that looks great.
Oh boy.
That's cool.
Oh, I
I
love
want to
it.
watch that again. Well, actually, it's just happening over and over.
Wow, look at the
That's
colors.
great.
Colors. That's my favorite
Look
part
at that
about
shit,
everything.
dude.
It's just the colors.
Look at that
It was
shit,
really hard
dude.
to nail down the color change, but I think we pulled it off.
That is
I
amazing.
think you guys more than pulled it off. Yeah. even
Imagine,
internally, like,
bro, imagine how crazy it's going to be if this game actually comes out. Like, that's the thing, is that
I
a
feel like
lot of
the
people,
colors are,
I feel like
more
only the most
grayish
cynical of cynical
Not so
people can
vibrant.
look at this and say like, oh, this isn't like, I mean, this is cool.
saturated.
This is fucking cool. I think it's awesome, personally. Only the most cynical people can say that this doesn't look cool, but there's a lot of people that are worried that it's just way too ambitious. You know, it's got a release date of
Yeah.
43, you know?
Oh, see that dragon?
Bro,
over
look, there's
there?
actually a dragon out there.
These on a cycle, on a cyclical perspective, as a normal season transition might
He's
be,
just chilling.
exist within a 1 week time frame, right? And then it transitions over
That's
a
cool.
period of hours. But right now you're seeing it sped up over the course of 30 seconds.
Yeah, correct. I mean, in
Yeah, there
real
he
time,
is. He's
it's
just
going to be
chilling.
almost unnoticeable to the naked eye. You know, like kind of naturally how it is in real life.
My biggest worry about this game, to be honest with you, is core movement, functionality, and combat.
Yep.
If they nail the core movement, functionality, and combat, because the combat in the original tech alpha was kind of floaty. It wasn't
Oh, see
like
how it
super,
just
like it wasn't
starts
super
with
clean
some
and
snow and
visceral
then-
in the
Well,
same
sure,
way
the
that like
different seasons.
Very
Elden
nice.
Ring is,
Know
or even New
when
World,
the new
or
season's
WoW
gonna
is.
change,
It was not
just
that
based on
great,
the
and so
weather
that's the
happening.
main thing. That if
The
they can
blowing
nail
snow,
that,
too.
See
this
it
game is
happening
going to be
this
fucking
Obviously,
massive.
This is just
Yes.
a very visual. We're not going to do it over.
Oh, and then there's a polar bear.
How we can work with it.
Oh my gosh, this is beautiful.
There's the bear.
Oh,
the bears.
floating islands.
Oh, that guy's probably cold right now.
God fucking
he's-
damn,
he's
that
out
is
there.
crazy.
I love the
Holy
I love,
fucking
the
shit,
dirty coat
dude.
underneath the bear.
And they've got like the
It
grand
sounds so
floating
good.
platforms.
They're currently planning with weather to have like,
That is so
Look at
cool.
that
rain
view.
and snow be kind of a thing where it snows more often in the winter and
Makes sense.
rains more often in the winter in some other places, and
Hello.
basically leveraging some of the
Hello,
new
cutie.
features of Unreal Engine, like being able to sample the
Yeah.
global distance field and the material to be able to have the snow accumulate in the crevices of objects as as the summer
Yeah.
as summer comes on and melts away the snow, it melts in the crevices last. Or
Yeah,
if it
I
starts
saw
to
that
snow,
earlier.
then it kind of accumulates in the outer areas first, and the crevices fill in later.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. There's
or even saturates.
So it's just like little stuff like that that people can do. I think that's fucking great, man. I really do. It's all these kinds of little things that make the world feel like it's actually living and breathing.
Yeah.
One of the big things that I really like about this is the fact that they have the dragon flying around. And the reason for that is it creates scope. It's like whenever you're like level 20 or 30 and you're questing and you see that big boy flying around up above you, you know that one day you might get him. I think it's one of the most important things to
Yeah.
have like these end game badass bosses that people can see very early on.
Suddenly everything comes to life.
Oh, this is beautiful, guys. Yeah, this is unbelievable. One of the things that is huge about this season system and how it affects crops and the gatherables in the game is the impact it will have on the economy, right? When a particular area no longer is capable for a week's period of time or even potentially longer of producing a certain type of crop or harvestable, and that has to change across the world regionally. Now the transit system of those materials, of those gatherables, they become more relevant and they're subject to potential risk, and the prices might go up in certain areas. it is something that is actually very instrumental in the overall design.
That's interesting. I wonder what they're going to do with travel.
Who knows? Like maybe the strait opens up and suddenly.
How fast / easy is it going to be to travel
You're freezing over rivers.
to these different biomes?
Implications. It opens up a lot of can of worms. Like someone could get trapped under the ice, but we'll figure it out if it's possible.
I think you should.
I think that also having stuff like this, like having ships sailing around, and just like one thing that WoW does really well is it creates the feel of a real living, breathing world where you have NPCs patrolling around, moving around, interacting with each other and stuff like that. That is so fucking important to have because it just makes it feel like the game is actually alive and it's not just a bunch of placed assets that are just waiting for you to react to them, you know?
They're able to transport
Fans.
But that makes me think that these seasons, they should be like a week each.
So dynamically,
So you have a month of seasons
I mean that is.
and not just all seasons in 1 week. Because if it really has to have an impact on like trade and stuff or these travel paths,
controls here to demonstrate some more of the system dynamic.
that impact should last a little bit longer than just 2 days.
Let there
I think. I don't know.
look at this. This is great. I love how the distance visibility changes and the night, the kind of overhead cast comes online.
You're gonna sink the boats with all that water.
I know. Oh yeah, I forgot. My bad, guys.
Oh no, it's good. They needed the fresh water anyway. So.
Oh, can I play? Let me dial up the wind a little bit. Make it a little bit crazier. Oh, I love the grass movement. This is crazy. Look at my.
In the CPU side of things, the value of the wind at the player location gets sent to the audio system, so the wind picks up audio.
Wow! I want to see more fall.
Winds.
Holy fucking shit!
I'm going through the seasons like. Did a quick transition for the audience to see how much control I have right now.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so we gave Steven a sped up timeline.
It's lit. So autumn, yeah, I want to see autumn. There it
Get
is.
a little crazy with it. But
There it is.
Wow.
from
I hope they show more of it.
I can pause it.
yep.
So each day, I guess, inside of the cycle is going to be more of like one transition. That is incredible, man. Holy shit.
Oh yeah. Oh, again, look at that. I love the fog, and the effects now start kicking off the ground.
So yeah. So everything's built into the system with the sense that like they can change dynamically. Like yeah, you're not going to get that gust of wind in certain locations when it's summer, but when it's winter.
1 week of season,
Oh,
apparently.
we should watch this.
I'm sure they'll probably fix it.
Can we do that?
So go to the ones actually turn around and.
My opinion on this is that seasons should either be the same as they are in real life, or there should only be 2 or 3 cycles per year. So, like, for example, like,
Yeah.
say there's
So he wants longer seasons as well.
a month would be a
Yeah.
season. Like, I would like that because, like, if seasons are like once a week, if, like each week is one season, then I feel like they're so transient that you don't really get to look forward and be excited for the one that's going to come after that.
Yeah.
You know, I think that that one season a week is it's way too fast.
One cycle a week is too fast. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels.
I agree.
It's like, oh, well, this is like more of like it's like, oh, I'm gonna wait for 3 weeks, and then like I think also the faster you have the seasons come together, the more you're gonna have people that don't really like feel the economy effects of the seasons.
Yeah.
Because like
Exactly.
for example, in WoW,
Yes.
Those were just dissolves between environments that we did.
Oh, that was interesting. Did you see that?
We're doing the same thing in our new.
The
No, it's actually
snow.
there's no trickery, no fakery. It's all.
Yeah, this is all.
The snow is actually placed in the falling snow is actually placed in 3D.
This is the major leagues now.
In many
I love it.
MMORPGs that try to do weather like snow or rain, it's usually
I know
like a sheet
Christine isn't here right now, but we might.
that either just sort of flips, turns,
Their work.
or moves like with the camera. But here, it looked like the zooming of the camera was actually moving through it,
Of
And it,
That was coming
yeah,
that Adrian did some work on
you get what I mean, right?
the portcullises.
Yeah, there's
Fantastic
a
models.
individual part.
Watch the Kieran change. Oh, look at them.
Mm-hmm.
Change with the seasons.
That was fun for me to figure out.
It's like the ancients.
Oh, that looks
Looks good.
so good, James.
Oh my god.
See, like,
Look
in
at
our
that!
original cinematic that I believe
It's like the
shown,
Wandering
or we
Ancient.
will be showing during the live stream. Like,
That's
where we,
crazy.
talked about seasons in our Kickstarter.
Yes.
Those were just dissolves between
The
environments.
dust devils, the butterflies, the bees.
The leaves.
leaves.
They kick butt.
Playing with this wind a little bit. I love the tree movement too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
So funny, in a lot of the games that I played, the wind effects can either look really, really good, or they can look really, really bad, and usually not much in between. But I like how our trees, you have this variance in movement from
Yeah.
the trunk itself to the leaves. I love it.
Oh my god.
Okay, tell me a little bit about the
Oh my god.
the weather effects. And I know that the effects team isn't here right now, but we might be getting some insight to their work next
That is
month, maybe
nuts,
on stream.
man.
We'll see.
Those effective
But
PvP? I
you
don't
also
know.
have the effects interacting with the environment. Like I was seeing some streams of
Mhm.
rain that was coming down that Adrian did some work
Yeah.
on some of the portcullises.
Yeah, there's a
Was this released?
individual particle effects that can be placed on
2043.
some of these assets that kind of responds to changes in weather.
Mhm.
That are
2043. Yeah.
rain collecting areas or like
I don't know if 2 years is realistic.
flat surfaces,
I don't think so.
like a tunnel or something, to see it dripping.
I hope so, but I don't think so.
It's the pivot point of this branch. So I just kind of
They're truly taking their time
Yeah, that looks great.
to really sort of
That works.
play around with details.
And then there another thing we're talking about was having like wetness effects and snow pile up on rocks and buildings and stuff.
that's one thing we're doing for wetness of the terrain. If you look at the dirt path as it gets wetter, and I'm not sure how visible this is because it also gets cloudy and dark, and maybe they can stream compression. But as it gets wet, we use the height element of the terrain materials to figure out where puddles should be.
I wonder if they're gonna have tornadoes. Just like a straight up fucking tornado that's just coming through the entire zone, and it's like back and
Devastates it.
whenever Zeppelin would show up at a zone and just fucking set everybody up on fire. God damn, that would be badass. Like Dark Shore, yeah, but moving around, less formulaic.
Playing with this wind a little bit.
I think that that's also another really important thing with having these like artificial systems like this is like a lot of times the proc gen, which is like it's procedural generation for the game. A lot of times whenever that happens, it's never really as good as as the developers think it is. Like really you're going through like 5 or 6 different variables, and players that go through the proc gen are going to experience everything that there is to experience within like maybe a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's really important to add in as many variables and possibilities as you can to make it to where it actually truly does feel organic, and it's not just kind of a roller coaster or an on rails experience.
No, I want to talk a little bit about the building thing here. Hold on.
Yeah, I already
So,
saw
I was
that.
going to say, we also had our other artists working
That was
on
one of the
some
first things
modular
I
sets
saw.
and
Yeah.
various things
So-
that we can use to construct a lot of the ancient ruins of the Ayla race that were once here in
How it just
Vera
sits on
before
all the tiny edges.
How would you describe it? The event where everyone left?
Yeah, I think like let me go back.
For the
Like that looks fucking crazy good. Like that's some straight up Lord of the Rings shit. You've got like the sun in the background of like the floating rock with the dragon flying on top of it. That is just, oh my god. Whenever people are talking about how they want fantasy games, this is what they're thinking about.
Yeah.
how would you describe it? The event.
That's
where
so
everyone
cool.
left?
The
Texture of the wall.
Exodus, the apocalypse,
The Exodus,
the
that's right.
end of the world.
Yep. Wait,
Yeah.
hold on.
Wait a minute. What
What's
is
this?
Oh, this is an
I
example of like obstructions.
Yeah. So and then
Oh.
design, you might not be able to access certain areas in
Wait a
location, but
minute.
there's something there.
Open. Open for me. I command you.
So he's gonna change it.
You might want to.
Can they? Oh yeah, there goes.
Abracadabra.
Yes, melt. Oh, there's a
boy.
door. Why is
Oh,
it so
wow.
bright in there?
I don't know.
What is
Holy
going
shit.
on? Wait a minute.
It's like
Oh
I don't
my
even know if I wanna go in
god.
there, to be fair.
Oh, do you see that?
Hold on, you might have to change the
stitching
weather
on
here.
his-
We might need
He's gonna go meet Jesus.
Reveal yourself.
Stitching on his cloak.
I command you to stop.
Wow.
I feel like there is something.
sometimes during certain seasons.
What
you
is
might-
that? Oh,
Oh, no.
oh my god.
What is
Oh, it's a sandal.
Okay.
Yes. That is so awesome. Who did put
That's
that
a
in?
new achievement.
Yeah, that
That's
was
the
done
island
by
her, yeah.
artist Hal. She
Oh,
my God.
how?
cranked that out real quick for you with a nice little inscribed S there.
That
That is
looks
so
really
cool. Oh, that's.
I think the
Stupid
lighting and stuff
sandal.
like that,
I
the
found
I'm
immersion
pretty sure we're
is
going
like
to auction
really,
off
really
like, your
nice.
sandals at
I
some
found, I found my sandal. But
You
wait,
actually
to be
gotta
fair,
find
it's
the other one.
missing. Oh, is it? Is there another one?
There's two. The sandals come in pairs, so
Wait a minute.
I assume.
I'm assuming it's up at the top, maybe?
Where is this? Where is this other? Oh, can I? Is this like a little
Is it a jump puzzle?
Maybe.
jump puzzle?
Little jump puzzle for you.
Little jump puzzle. All right.
Oh,
let's see if I can do this.
fuck.
Wow. Let me up. Let me up, sir.
It's just
Time to loot
a bit
another
of parkour,
stash.
so-
Hey,
Oh, there we go. Okay.
we kill a boss that
Across this way.
despawns randomly too.
No, I think it's your left.
Can't forget about
You
that.
can get either way.
Oh.
There's always
Oh my god! Oh, just barely.
So they've got the
I
same
wanted
climbing
to
mechanisms
skin
kind of
my
that New
teeth.
World does.
Let me up here.
Or
Oh,
if you get
yes,
close enough and you can also
Sorry.
fall off and then
see.
hang back
It's a little
on.
darker now.
Ooh.
It's getting
There we
better.
go.
shit.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Lumen's
pretty.
kicking in.
I found it.
Wow.
I think I found it.
There it is.
Ah, there you
Oh.
Yay!
go.
My other sandal.
There it
There were
is.
two
Collector's
right
editions.
sandals.
Yes.
there.
Yes. Oh, I love it. That is so cool. That is awesome. Well, I have to say, back when we talked about seasonal
This is
changes
pretty-
and
Let me see the
weather
view before you go
systems
down.
Yeah.
Come
and
on.
all of these things being interconnected with design elements and systems in the game. I remember that we showed off the kind of very early prototyping that we were doing back in like 2017, and we probably actually just showed that on the stream.
I do
Well,
like the different
but
types of
It
flowers,
is what it is.
like sort of mixing. and-
I never thought that it would come to this
Very
level
natural.
of quality.
Yeah,
I
in
didn't
fact,
either.
when
Like,
I first
I think
kind
this
of
is really
faked
nice.
This kind of seasonal tech back before the Kickstarter even happened. I think I was a little intimidated myself. But,
Right. Yeah, the prototype that we did.
I think that this is one of the things that whenever they were talking about this about like a year ago or so, I think like this is one of the first time I remember hearing about it, I believe, there were a lot of people that thought that this wasn't going to happen. And to be honest, I think Unreal 5 made it to where, like, if there were any doubts about something that wasn't going to happen,
Yeah.
I feel like it guaranteed will happen. You know what I mean? And so I was one of them, yeah. And like, the thing is that I feel like whenever, Unreal became real, that there it is. And so, like, at this point, I feel like if they say they're going to do something with, like, the world in terms of, like, the design of it, I feel like Unreal 5 will it's gonna happen. Like, it's probably gonna happen. Like, this, in my opinion, I find this to be really, really cool. Like, I actually think this is incredibly good.
Yeah.
Like there were significant challenges.
It's way different than what we've seen before.
making
Yeah.
that possible. But this is next level.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah, big shout
I
out
can
to
actually do
James
that.
and Hal and Brian
And then,
for cranking out
step
all
by
the
step
fast stuff.
along the
Yeah,
way,
this is nuts.
Brandon
managed
and
to do
Adam
it.
for cranking out
Photorealistic
these
train station? I did.
amazing ruins.
that's when you make really good work.
Scott Allen, our new foliage go-to guy, is the one that cranked out some of these pretty epic. Was it the ash trees?
Yes, those
so
big
awesome.
ash trees.
Don't mind my god powers. I have god powers. This is not powers you will have, players. This is just what I can do.
And also, not to forget,
So
Han,
unfair.
landscape master. He's took a swing at this landscape for us and did us some of the epic views. So all around, an amazing job by everybody.
Yeah, we were all pretty intimidated when we were having the initial meetings to start working on this, but
Yep.
everyone pulled together.
I wonder how they take care of, like,
You guys have done a tremendous.
creating walls at the end of scenery.
We'll let you hear this in chat. That's
Is there going to be like an
for season.
invisible wall somewhere, like going, okay, this is the end of the map, even though you can still see
First, like,
the landscape past that wall?
entire FX team,
Or are they gonna do it a little bit more like WoW, where they just sort of
character team forget
try and build
the other goodness going. So
unsurmountable mountains or something?
Still, this is nowhere near complete. This is actually still. The great thing about our development that I personally love is that we invite the community to watch, right? And over the years, they can go back and they can look on our YouTube and they can see the quality of
It's
art
pretty impressive when you
continue
look at the grass still.
time, right?
Definitely. You know,
And
it
that's
sort
the cool thing about art is
moves
that it's
in
never really
waves.
finished. Like there is always
It doesn't like all
elements
sort of
you
go
will be
like this. It
tweaking
just
and you will be touching up and
Yeah.
you will be taking second, third, fourth, 10th passes on even as the game
I
launches.
think also
and
like
goes through
even as I hope he says even as the
like,
game's out,
these are
right?
things that game launches and we go through
Yeah,
to
that
improve
was-
upon using new technology.
yeah.
It's like, yeah, making sure that the game remains relevant, making sure that the game remains as up to date as possible, I think is really important. And you could have like an engine like Unreal 5 that make that much more possible than, let's say, what WoW is built off of. Or Lost Ark.
Expansions like these are things that art continually to improves upon, uses new technologies for. I mean, that's
I mean, I think he's cranked it up a little bit too much now
Yeah.
for what the system can do right now as it is. But
Unreal 6
So, like,
probably won't be
maybe
out
has
for
it better
like
than one.
at
A lot of
least
people are
5
going to
more
see
years.
this and they're going to
It
be like,
is
wow, this one looks great, but
pretty.
it could be maybe slightly better in this area. And they'll have a screenshot or video to show us, something a different way to look at it.
Yeah.
We just leverage the hive mind of all
10? You
humanity.
think so,
when we're doing
10?
this, and we're just getting the best of everything. That's
the
really good.
hive mind. I like
well,
that.
it has to be 10 because if this is
We'll see. Cool.
aiming to come out
Well,
in 2 years,
we are going to go
probably
back to
3 or
stream, but
4
everybody,
years.
I
and you
hope
don't
that
want
you
a
enjoyed
new
this video.
I did.
enjoyed
This is
presentation.
incredible.
The best is
engine
still
a
yet
year
to
after
come
that.
because this is stuff that we are constantly working on, as we said, and we have some amazing artists at Intrepid. And by the way, we are
Holy
hiring.
shit,
so
man.
if you have any
This
favorite
is
devs or
crazy.
projects out there that you know of, please send them our way. IntrepidStudios.com. This. I cannot express enough just how excited I am to live inside of Vera, and I think that our community is chomping at the bits to live there with me, and all of us. It is.
I was just gonna say, like, I mean, we could probably just sit here and let this run for 10 hours straight and put it on YouTube and
Yeah.
monetize it or something like that. I mean,
Monetize it?
Monetize
Yeah, there you go.
Tristan.
you know,
Just thinking like a capitalist. I like it.
Oh my God,
That's a winner.
We were talking about it today, how we like just left this running yesterday after one of our tests, and we came back to the conference room and it was still running and it was still windy and it was perfect. It was just like, oh wow, it's still
It
alive
holds
and
up.
running.
Yeah.
I constantly get distracted by.
Just staring.
I'm just. Oh yeah, it should be working.
I
It's
love
actually
this
kind
stream.
of it's calming and
Yeah, it is.
great to just when you're working, just sit there. And
This is what
stare
I
at it
wanna
for 5
see.
minutes.
It really
I literally have this
Look at
exact scene
that.
on my computer desktop right now, just running.
Who needs to go outside when you can go to Vera?
That is so
That's
nice,
great.
man. Look at
I
that.
love it. All right, guys, we are going to
That's
see you guys back on
crazy.
stream. Tristan, James, Brian, thanks for hanging out with me and explaining your really
What all the
cool,
biomes
amazing
look like?
job of
We'll
making
see.
Vera a place that we all want to live in. I cannot express enough how much I appreciate the
God.
work that you guys do to make
You gonna play a wizard? I'll play a warrior,
and how
as
much our
always.
community loves it as well.
Yes.
So
I
thank you for
agree.
joining us. Thank you for all your hard work. Stream, give us hearts for Tristan, Brian, and James, and all.
Yeah,
of the
this was crazy
on the
good.
environment side, on the art side, everybody at
I will watch the other
we're
video,
working
guys.
away to make this stream a reality. I will see you guys back on stream shortly.
See you.
Bye, everybody.
This is crazy. Let me link it to you guys. You don't want to watch any more of it right there. As I said, this game will probably be out. I think realistically, like, this is my guess. Obviously, you're never going to get them to commit to a time. If I had to guess, I would guess that the game will come out in like a year and a half to 2.5 years. And I think that you'll have a playable beta or like alpha that people can actually see probably before the end of the year. This is like, I don't fucking know. I'm just guessing. So we'll see what happens.